Hi guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna edit all of that out of the VOD in a minute, or when we're done. Not in a minute, but when we're done. Uh, we had audio problems. They're fixed now. You got Derper had just, or sorry, Jindy had just investigated the security camera on what was, how it was removed, I believe.
Yes.
Jindy rolled 4 successes, just straight up crit. Okay. Awesome. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't even see that. I bet you were hype as shit.
I was like, oh shit. I was saying like I probably found like an oil trail and I can smell it. Just smell the oil or the fluids.
Okay. Here's what you get with the crit. The camera was removed expertly. Let me open my other thing. Sorry, I'm missing a sheet. The camera was removed expertly. It looks like they used the correct tools. The cables were they weren't even cut. They were just kind of removed. Jindy, you're able to determine that whoever removed it is probably skilled in the removal of these types of devices. And you also get like what am I trying to think of here? I'm drawing a complete blank at what I'm trying to pull out of my brain. You can tell that it's probably been like removed for like a while. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
No, so it's like been taken out for maintenance or something?
Possibly, yes.
Is the pole that hold the camera, does it like mention like the name of like the company that does the security stuff?
It would be run into like the Naboo security office. You could probably talk to somebody there, I would imagine, about the cameras because it is all linked into their system. Like you guys pretty much saw their system where you reviewed the security footage.
Okay. Okay, so it was removed, expertly done. Looking at the Mugu security system. Okay. I think that's it for me. So maybe go to Toast, because I know Toast, he said you had an idea.
Toast, I think you're muted.
I sure am. Does
I've lost audio.
Jindy tell the rest of the group about the missing camera?
Oh no! I just said I'd be right back, and then I went away. You guys are still on the roof.
Well, then I'll wait. You do it now.
I'll probably eventually come back and then say the information.
And my idea is linked to knowing. So
Okay. So,
yeah, so
you eventually come back, Jindy.
Yeah, sorry. I just noticed that there was a nice camera spot, but there was no camera there. But whoever removed it did a perfect good job. I mean, like this is some fine mechanics work. I love it. I appreciate it. So either this could, but it seemed like it happened a couple days ago. So unless this was a planned setup from the beginning or coincidence, we probably need to talk to the security to find out when the camera was removed and maybe who removed it.
It's a good observation. And it does give me another idea. If we can't track down this camera, the night of the murder was an important festival. And what we were talking about earlier with eyewitnesses being notoriously unreliable, maybe we could use that to our advantage. If we get like a really good hollow image of this building, like this area, like where you all were standing, and then like the roof above it, we could use that to as a reference to like scour the hollow net for recordings or images of the festival to see if anybody unwittingly caught a picture of the actual killer while they were just recording or documenting their time here at the fireworks event.
You have to find the vloggers. I see.
Basically, yes.
Thinking on that one.
Time to find all the teenagers with all the selfie sticks.
That feels like
So
a
you're-
long shot, though.
So you're trying to find anybody that might have footage of the night in question, and hopefully they have what you're looking for.
Basically, yeah. I'm just like, if we could like get like a reference of like this building area from like a couple angles, and then use that to like filter through whatever was documented in this public, like on the HoloNet or whatever, we could catch something.
I gotcha.
maybe. But that's if we don't if we can't track down another like official angle.
An official angle. Gotcha. Okay. All right. What do you guys want to do?
Well, the other thing to take into account here is that this is someone who clearly wanted Tycho out of the way, and also benefited from Hugo taking the blame for it. So who stands to benefit from both of them being out of the picture?
That is definitely a good question. You think maybe your friend might know more about this Onion?
Well, sure, maybe. I think if we have gathered some decent information on the scene here and the holocam footage, maybe it's time we either go visit either Padma or Hugo, or maybe even we have access to their homes as well if we want to dig around there too, or we know where the homes are, I should say. Could
I think
do that as well.
getting an insight into any information that could be at their homes is good before we go and speak to them in person.
Yeah, I agree. So then the question would be, do we go to Hugo's first or Padma?
I'm starting to think Padma's just an unreliable witness, and if that's true, we should go to her place first because there might be less to uncover. We can take a longer time at Hugo's place because there has to be something there as to why he's the one who got framed, and again, why he was in that alley. Like, who told him to be there, and how did he know?
All right, that works for me. Let's head on over to Padma's place.
And I assume that like it'll just be like on a data pad or something, the address or whatever. Of the
Yeah,
place,
yeah.
right?
He gave it to you like he like pinged it to like a data pad that you already have. He just kind of like, here's your email. Bing. that deal. They also gave you the home. Sorry, I should have clarified this earlier. Of Taiko Loa as well. You have his address if you want to investigate his home as well.
okay.
Shit. Get into that house. Be like, hey, yo, where the goods at?
I think
So
we
you
should-
want to? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I think then if we have his address, I think we should go Padma Jade, Tycho, and then Hugo because Hugo's alive and we can actually talk to him.
Alright.
His home, and then to him. That's what I mean.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. It's a short walk to Padma Jade's home. It's like she doesn't exactly have a home. What you see is like an apartment, like building of like a bunch of small apartments as you arrive there. They also gave you like clearance passes. You're able to get in without any issue.
Gotcha.
Do you guys go in to the apartment?
Yeah. I'll
Yes.
go in.
You trigger a bomb and everything. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I was literally about to say, what if there's an explosion?
No, there is no explosion. I just saw
Gosh,
a
you
great
son of a
moment to troll you there for a second. No, you walk in and what you see is like a small, like cluttered apartment. Like it looks like a really lived in type of place. It's not dirty, but it's also not like super clean either. It's just like I kind of don't feel like cleaning today, so I'm not going to type look to it. There is a terminal over, like a computer over in the corner, and there's an electro harp instrument also in another part of the apartment as you kind of go through it. It looks very well lived in. Yeah, go ahead and give me a. Is investigation's a role in this game, right? That's a check, isn't that a thing? Or am I
What is
thinking
it?
investigation? Is there an investigation? No, I'm thinking D&D, and I.
D-
Yeah, I guess it'd be just perception then. Give me a perception check. Just one purple die
I'm back. The Discord fucked up.
to whoever
everybody?
wants to do it.
I'm no detective.
Wait, what is the roll?
Perception.
Just a perception roll.
I
Just
will,
one
I'll
purple
roll it.
die. Okay.
Yeah, I've only got a yellow green.
Wow. Okay. 2 triumphs in a row. Awesome. Let me write this down because I'm bad at it. Like one. Okay. That way I remember at the end for XP reasons. Yeah, you start to go through. Fuck, a triumph. I wasn't prepared for a triumph. I guess I'm not really prepared for a lot of this because it's the nature of the game. So you investigate the apartment around, and the things that aren't like super noticeable is like you find Padma's work clothes, and she works. You're able to determine, just from like some of the emblems and stuff on her outfit is that it's she works at like a local fishery. So it's kind of like these. We call them waders. I don't know what they're actually called. The big rubber pants that you wear and walk into the water. You know what I'm talking about? Those types of deals.
Yeah.
Like fly fishers wear them. So you find some of those. You find like a card to the workplace with the name Ja Thorend on it. I'll put that in the chat for you guys because I know you want to add it to the spreadsheet that you have. you find a photo of Padma Jade and like a little girl with like blonde hair and like pigtails standing in front of like just one of the lakes in town. But yeah, you don't turn up anything incriminating just around the apartment.
Okay.
As you kind of investigate it.
I do believe this supports the theory that it's just an unreliable witness. I don't see anything in here that would lead me to believe that Padma Jade is somehow involved in a conspiracy.
Don't know how you talk to droids, but can you like feel any like data pads anywhere?
Well, there is a terminal, right?
There is a terminal over in the like corner.
I mean, I don't know about. I don't feel any data pads, but there's a terminal right there.
I feel like just a small off topic. I feel like there would be a device that law enforcement in Star Wars could use to determine and hide not hide, but uncover like hidden electronic devices. There would be something like that in Star Wars, I feel like because we have those in real life where we have bug detectors. I just don't know what they'd be called in Star Wars.
I mean, sensors are a thing for sure.
Yeah, I guess it'd be a
Like,
sensor.
there's sensor packages that you can get in the gear book and everything.
Tabletop watchers, come back in 5 minutes. We're gonna talk about Star Wars lore for a minute here. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Let's continue on. There's a terminal over in the corner if you want to look at that or whatever.
Ooh, terminal.
While he's doing that, is what was the thing you said that had Jaw Durand on it?
It's like a little business card and it has like the local fishery name on it, like Jaws Happy Fishing Grounds or whatever. Totally not improv off the top of the head.
Jaws Crystal
yeah,
Summer
so-
Camp.
Yeah, so I will look at the terminal and see what I can get from it.
I will assist Doc.
Yeah, it is,
Kids do.
It's currently locked. Not unusual that it's locked. So you will have to do like just a computer's how hard would Padma's password be? It'd be like it's just one purple. Just one purple die.
Purple. All right.
Yeah, Doc.
Doc walks over to the terminal, cracks his knuckles, like that. But that actually like snaps his fingers back and on the tool hand, and like all of his slicing tools come out of the out of the palm, and he just dives right into it.
Just let me crack my
Hell
knuckles.
yeah. Oh,
Just
hell
just
yeah.
goes it just takes the whole hand off like
Jesus Christ. That's another triumph. I got it right. All
I think
right.
that's Doc's first triumph.
We've had 3 triumphs in a row.
I just picture it's like we're getting all these triumphs when this awesome old pre-stuff combat happens. Critical failure.
This is really making up for that last
Fails,
session
fails,
where you
fails.
guys messed everything.
Right?
Doc, you're able to crack it, no problem. It opens up and it's like, man, people should really not use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 as their password. Like, it is pathetic. It's almost a little too easy. As you go through the computer files, this is so sad I wrote this down. All you find is some poetry that is written about some lakes and like flowers and in bloom, and about finding like your new horizons and chasing your dreams. And, like, it's real sappy, embarrassing stuff on the computer. nothing unusual in it. It's just
Is this
like
the
a
Star
lot of
Wars
that.
equivalent of Live, Laugh, Love posters.
Yes, it's exactly that. Even, and I can't believe you're gonna get an extra 5 XP out of this, but you are. But yeah, there's nothing unusual on like the terminal. It's all like basic stuff. You see where she's kind of written about this man named Maxier Horn. Like the poetry kind of involves Maxier. It's real sappy stuff. Like it's real sappy stuff.
Well, I don't think that Padma, our friend here, is involved in any of the conspiracy going on. But pretty cringe, gotta say.
Well, if she's not involved, then why would she say that she saw Hugo shoot Tycho? I don't understand.
I think she thought she did. Shot went off. Hugo was there. I don't know. Honestly, that's supposition. But if she was involved in any kind of conspiracy or was a party to the murder, she's a very professional at covering up the evidence and very unprofessional at writing poetry.
All right. Well, if there's nothing here, then we can move on to the next place, right?
Laughed so hard my headset fell off.
Yeah. If all we have here is just some journaling, we should see what we can find in our victims' computers.
That would be smart.
All right. Well, on to Tycho's place.
All right, yeah. Tycho does not live in an apartment. He lives in like kind of like a small villa that's kind of like down by one of the lakes that's nearby. You're able to get there. Here's the thing: when you guys kind of have like transportation for this particular part of the town, as part of you got royal security vehicles. Security vehicles. I keep saying royal security like an idiot. Security vehicles. It's not super out of town. It's in town, but you're able to traverse it pretty quickly. You arrive there, and it's kind of like this big villa. It's like got the Naboo architecture on it, that's what you find. Do you go in? I assume you do. Do? Oh god.
Check for bombs.
Check for bombs. Let's see. What would that be?
Always check for bombs.
Always check for bombs.
Sorry, I always forget what skills are here, and I'm just like, is there a demolition skill? Because I feel like in some games, this is a problem. Small mini rant to sidetrack us out of the game. This is a problem when you have a billion tabletop RPGs and you're trying to learn them all, and they're all stuck in your brain. So I'm sure there's a demolition skill out there in some game, but it's not in this one. If you really wanted to investigate that, it'd probably be perception, really. Perception to find, mechanics to disarm is what I would say.
Sure.
But
I'll
go ahead.
Perception just for the fun.
No difficulty.
Didn't find anything, and there might actually be a bomb now.
No difficulty. You get to re-roll.
Reroll, no difficulty.
Oh, let's go.
What, you get both blanks? All blank.
That would actually be funny.
Wow.
Yeah, go ahead. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, you don't find a single bomb. Who
Amazing.
knew? You you do look inside and see a a terminal. Sorry, brain fart. That will probably be something you want to investigate when you go in, but yeah, that's all you find.
Good news. We won't explode if we go inside.
Is there any bad news?
Good. Exploding is not a thing I like to do.
But the bad news is I only know there's no bombs on the doors.
Well, stay alert and see what happens inside.
Maybe I should build a sense.
But yeah, if we can go in, we should.
You go inside in, I assume. You going in, guys?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. You go inside and it is a nice spread. Very clean, very well taken care of. There's not a speck of dust on anything. At a glance, everything looks, fairly normal. Just, there's furniture about, terminal over there in the corner. Food, refresher, all that stuff. There. Yeah.
You've already sliced into his personal information before, right?
The
But some
data
of it-
pad.
But some of it
Yes.
was corrupted in your attempt.
Yeah, we sliced his personal data pad that he had on him.
You think that'll make it easier for you to get into his terminal?
If not, then I could probably make something with a bunch of droid scraps I got.
Awkward silence ensues. What's the plan, boys?
um,
Well, I assume you guys are gonna.
Oftentimes, personal data pad is used as an access point to, a home terminal. So, perhaps since we already have his personal device, getting access to the full breadth of his data will be easy. If not, I could do the thing.
Good luck.
All right. Doc, if you're gonna hack the terminal, you will have a boost die from the data pad and some previous knowledge of this particular fellow. It will be 3 purple die.
And
are you going
provide
to?
help?
Yep. He's already got a boost, so I don't think you
You
can.
can double boost.
I don't think you can. I need to double check after the rule, but for now, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Just in the, I could be wrong, but I'll check after the game. And are you going to use a destiny point, Doc?
I will, yes, use a destiny.
Okay. I'm also going to use a destiny point and upgrade the difficulty by 1. So I'll trade it back to you.
Okay, so that's 4 purples, or 2 purples and 1 red.
It'll be 3 purples sorry, 2 purples and 1 red. God, brain.
Okay.
It's always an upgrade. It's not adding more. I believe is how it works.
There we go.
Nice. Oh, no.
Ooh, despair.
Ooh, I got a despair. But 3
Yikes.
successes.
3 successes. All right. The good news is you are very quickly able to download a good chunk of data onto the datapad. The bad news is something happens and the terminal explodes in flames and the data is lost, Doc, and you suffer 2 strain as you get like an electrical shock backblast on you. But you are able to very quickly download some of the data onto the datapad.
Ah, this dank sack. Haven't had that happen before.
Oh, this guy must have some good cybersecurity.
Are you all right there, Doc?
Oh, I'll be fine. It's just a little boo-boo is all.
Some sort of failsafe, maybe?
Perhaps.
Did you at least get the
Can't say
name?
that I've gone around hacking into many government officials' terminals, so maybe that's standard issue.
Did you manage to get anything out of that before it exploded?
I believe I got some information from the terminal onto the datapad. I hope the datapad wasn't destroyed in the process.
Hopefully, it'll be useful information. I don't know if
Sorry,
you...
was the data pad destroyed or just the
The terminal, the datapad's fine.
Okay.
You're able to
And
kind of unplug it and all that. What were you gonna say, Derps?
I was gonna say, and it's problem with and obviously there's no way to recover the data from the terminal.
Not at this point, no.
Ooh, I might try it. I'm gonna use my once per session talent called contraption.
Let's have a look. See what this do. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and do that. It'll be 3 purple die, mechanics check. That's a cool skill actually. Or talent.
Yeah, it's really good. Hopefully I don't fuck up. I'm gonna try with the droid bits that I got from the first session, with mixed in with the terminal parts, to try and create a device to try to take the data, corrupted or not, and then try to slowly but surely uncorrupt it, like not get it fixed straight away, but over time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Closing my eyes
So-
and clicking the button.
Let me just clarify here. Or not clarify, let me just get some clarification.
Okay.
You are trying to pull data from the terminal with this, because you could do
Yes.
this with the contraption. I just want to make sure we're doing the right thing.
Yes, it's
And you're
it's
trying to get data from there.
recover-
You're trying
Yes,
to recover
from-
data,
Yes.
basically.
And
Okay.
wherever any
Yeah,
data it's the non-corrupted as well as corrupted data.
Okay. You want the whole shebang. I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to. Okay. I need some clarification. I got you. Okay. Go ahead and make a hard mechanics check then.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes and clicking the button. Don't fuck me, Foundry. I love you.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, no.
Oh my.
No.
Oh.
How do you translate that?
I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna walk out.
So here's what happens. Wow. Okay.
I should use the light side point. Oh.
Uh,
I don't.
Wow.
I don't think that would have mattered.
yeah, with that many failures, I don't think it would have either. So here's what happens. You are trying to recover the data from the terminal, and you just completely obliterate it out of existence. It has there. Even if you have evidence on the data pad now, it does not point to where it came from, unfortunately, because you have destroyed this terminal so badly. So like, if you look at it on the data pad, it doesn't point to this terminal. So the point of origin might be a little, who knows? You might be able to decipher it, who knows?
I covered our tracks. They won't know we're here.
The good news is you get more mechanical parts, no problem. There's tons of it now. There's just tons of
That's
mechanical
the good news?
parts. Yeah. Jendi gets lots of
Oh, great.
mechanical parts.
Good job
Jendi.
there.
Gonna make
And-
it of a robot arm.
Hey, and here's the other good part. You didn't get hurt. It was awesome. You didn't get hurt. You know, it was beautiful to look at. There was just a flash of light. Derber, I can't tell you how badly I wanted that to work. I really wanted you to succeed.
I wanted it to work too.
Because that pellet is so cool. Unfortunate.
It was a good attempt.
I'm just like holding magnesium in front of a fire, and I'm just like staring into it, just getting flashbanged. I'm like, fuck.
Well, is there anything else we can find here? Because that is no longer an option.
I did not expect that. I'm sorry, guys. The good news is I
Yeah,
can
there's-
try it again in the future.
Maybe some sort of office.
Don't
Yeah,
worry
can I
about it,
roll,
Jenny. It
uh,
happens to everyone.
Can I roll a perception, Josh, to see if there's anything particular? I assume we're like in like the main room, and then there's like other rooms connected or something like that. So I would like to just roll a perception to see if there's anything like out of the ordinary, or like something in particular that would catch my eye.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception. Just 2 purple.
And
Yep. What were you gonna say, Doc?
I was just say while everybody else is looking around, Doc is just going to be looking through the data pad just to try to decipher if there's anything good in what he was able to download.
Gotcha. All right. You, Oyen, are looking through just one of the other rooms, and you find a crate with a shipping. Sorry, it's just a shipping crate. It doesn't have like any emblem on it. But you find what is obviously like a shipping crate. In one of the closets nearby,
Okay.
which is a little unusual for there to be like a. It's not like here's an Amazon box. It's literally like, this is kind of like an industrial type of box.
When I see this, I'll call Jendi over.
Does this have anything to do with that shipment that's supposed to be arriving in a few days?
And then I point towards the that crate or shipment or whatever it is.
Jindy, it's a good bet that it probably does.
Jendi, hello?
Yeah, sorry. What was that? What was the question? Sorry, I zoned out.
I was at I was asking if this crate shipping box here has had anything to do with that shipment you heard about.
Does it?
There's a good chance it probably does. Yeah.
I give Onion a nod. Most likely.
Well, here's something. Um,
Would it have? Does it have like any on the box itself, like where it could come from, or is it like a more of a discreet kind of deal?
It doesn't have any like paperwork attached to it or anything like that. It has like a gear symbol on the side. That's what I should say. It had a gear symbol. As you kind of inspect it a little closer, it has like a gear symbol on the side.
Okay.
Kind of denotes like mechanical parts.
so we have a gear symbol, some mechanical parts. Looks like. That's something. You guys, any luck in any of the other rooms, or on the data pad or anything?
Have I found anything I didn't already know on the data pad?
So you find, in addition to it on there, the name, no wait, you find, what am I looking for? I'm in the wrong note area. Where is the fucking, where's this note? I know I had a note written down specifically for this. Oh yeah. You find not a name, but what you find is a note that had been deleted. You can tell that it was marked for deletion about meeting someone at the location where Tycho's body was found, where he died, where he was shot at in that alleyway. It just says meet MH at this location.
Meet MH.
Yeah.
This is interesting. There's a deleted message that explains why our Tycho friend here was in the alley. He received a message telling him to meet an MH code name or initials or something in the alley, and that's why they were there. I'm not sure. I don't have any information about who the message came from, but I imagine whoever did that is the one that set him up, and probably set up Hugo as well to take the fall.
Meet MH. Now I remember. Or wait a minute.
When you were looking through Padma's terminal, did you tell us some of the like the name of the person or no?
What person?
Remember she had written things about somebody called something Horn?
Oh, Max Earhorn. Yeah. The poetry.
Yeah. Did you tell us about that name or not, Loki? Because you were the one digging through the computer, right, or the terminal?
Next to your horn. Yeah, I would have relayed everything that I learned.
Okay. So with that information,
MH, huh? Well, Padma wrote something about a Maxir Horn, right? Those are his initials.
Yes, that is That is true.
And are there any other MHs, particularly on that the donor list?
Let me see.
Oh, and
Uh,
did doing this find the name that was corrupted? The 10K a month person.
You, as you look through the list, you do see an MH next to the 10,000 credits a month donation name. It wasn't a full name; it was initials.
yes, revelations abound. The donation is coming from, again, cryptic initials MH. I don't know for sure that has anything to do with the Maxia Horn and in Padma's notes, but that's something to look into for sure.
Just hard. Yeah.
I'm gonna flip 2 destiny points. If something happens that you don't know about.
I got a
I
bad
wouldn't-
feeling I'm
Exactly.
If only I was
look.
force sensitive, but nope.
We should look in this
What's the force?
crate.
Who's got a?
yeah. It's here. We might as well.
Should we jimmy it open?
Yeah, it does appear to be sealed. Pretty heavy duty seal. Give me a you could use mechanics to open it, or you could use athletics to like pry it open if you wanted to. And this is just to you can open it. It's just about how much time you're gonna spend to do it. That's why you're gonna need a roll. So, give me a like 2 purple die as you roll them.
Okay. Closing my eyes this time. Don't fuck me.
Is this one of those
You've-
crates that looks like a companion cube?
It's a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger than what a companion cube. Actually, that's a good question. What size? Let me see. Let's see if I can describe the size of it. It's think like 3 full tower computers next to each other in a square shape, and you have the size of this crate.
Okay.
So like a cubic meter, basically.
Yeah. I'm bad at measurements. If you play the game with me long enough, you'll find this out. But yeah, you are able to. Thankfully, Jindy, you happen to have like a kind of like a soldering torch, and you're able to slice off the seal going around the top of the crate, and you open it, and inside you see just a shitload of mechanical parts.
Hey guys, look, more parts. Now here's the thing. Do I know what these mechanical parts are used for?
Just a mix
Or
of different
is this-
mechanical parts. Could be used for ship repair. It could be used for repairing just about anything that needs mechanics. You know, any of those types. A lot of gears. A lot of
It's like raw material.
yeah.
Okay.
Do they go all the way to the bottom?
You gonna reach in and find out?
Yeah.
All right. You, Baynard, you reach your hand in, and you tighten your grip around something, and you know before you even pull out of a box what it is because it's something that's been in your hand before. It's an E11 blaster rifle,
Yeah. Okay.
and you pull it out, and you reach in again, and you find another one, and you reach in again, and you pull out another one. And you reach in again, and you pull out another one. And
On
with
the
each
side,
one that
holding
you
a
pull out,
blocker.
you start to feel a sinking pit in your stomach. As this could probably only mean one thing.
He's an arms dealer, or he was.
Well, that certainly does paint a picture, doesn't it?
It does.
So these shipments of mechanical parts probably all have a similar quality to them.
Mm-hmm. Maybe he was gonna blow the whistle.
Wait,
He was on this shipping council or whatever, right? So
yes.
and clearly he was in, like, pretty clearly he's on the take for whatever's going down here. Maybe he was changing his mind. He had to get him out of the way.
And like an E11, that's like Imperial, right? Like an Imperial.
Stormtrooper, yeah, standard
blaster.
blaster.
It's like riding a bike,
When
a Nazi bike, but a bike.
when is the next shipment supposed to be coming in? Because if it's like this, then more of these are going to be coming in.
Should be in the next couple of days.
Did not have an exact date. Or
Have you
time.
checked? Have you checked the manifest since you updated the data, or did I miss that?
I don't think we did.
I don't think I was just generally checking the
Data. I think I was just generally checking the data.
Okay.
But now that the subject of the manifest has come up, I probably would check it again.
So, like a number, like this is shipment number 5 of these of this. Sorry, this will be shipment number 6. Will be the next one that's going to be delivered in a few days. So there's been 5 prior crates of this, that you could suspect would be this, arrive on the manifest. And DT, what were you asking about on the manifest?
I was just asking if you know how there's another shipment coming in, right?
Yes.
I was just asking if it had like a exact day and time, you know?
Yes, you did have a day. It'll be like 3 days from now. A shipment will come in.
Okay.
So we have 3 days until the next one, huh?
yes, the next shipment will be here in 3 days.
Should we tell your friend so set up like a
Can be
operation or
prepared for
something?
that. Yeah. We'll want to be there, or at least they'll want to be there when that next shipment rolls in.
Make it into a sting operation of sorts.
My only worry with that is if a politician was on the take here, someone in the security force might be too. So if we let this slip that we know that weapons are coming in, they might change their plans. We don't know. We don't know who's compromised apart from ourselves.
I think it's very clear to assume that anyone that's not in this group could be compromised. I think that the likelihood that Owen's friend is compromised is lower than average. But so maybe if you're going to tell someone, we keep it a limited audience.
So Josh, can I keep this?
Keep what? Oh,
The
the
gun?
gun? Yeah, you can keep it. I think it's in the inventory. I think it's in the item sheet. You can just add it to your character sheet if you want to.
Yeah.
Actually, you all could if you wanted to. There's plenty there for. There's enough there for each of you if you want one.
I'll take one. Yeah.
I definitely will not because that just seems a bit much
You-
to carry in.
You do know that they are in the New Republic. They are restricted items, so just so you're aware. You know they are highly illegal to have.
I will point out, this is definitely contraband. Not only is it, weapons, but it's illegal Imperial weapons that are probably slated for destruction and being intercepted.
For right now,
So
it's evidence.
I only see the E11D in here, Josh.
So just add the let me look at it.
A blaster rifle.
Yeah, it might just be the basic blaster rifle. Just throw that in there. Like just type in blaster rifle and just you can rename it to E11. They probably don't have one just specifically.
Yep.
Because things are like that in this game. It's very vague. Not vague, but it's meant to be malleable to you. What's funny is like literally as you were saying that, I was looking into it because I was like, I bet it's something else, not the right thing. And then you said that and it was confirmed. Okay, what's the plan? What's the next deal?
So we checked Mama Jade's house. We checked our dead man's house.
Chelsea had like pictures of this, just in case.
Oh, you're taking pictures of the guns?
Yeah, the
the
guns
vape
and the box and the candle.
Contraband.
All
Yeah.
the evidence? I got you. Okay.
Just in case, like when we leave, someone else comes by and it's like, nope, scoop, scoop,
Does,
scoop.
does a little cleaning.
Yeah.
I got you.
Then so should we investigate our suspect's house?
Hugo, yeah,
Hugo's-
he might
Yep.
know something about what was going on.
Maybe ask him about who else is on this council. Maybe get his perspective.
Yeah, we can ask him that
Okay.
when we see him.
Yeah, if we see him there, if he is home.
No, he's in jail,
Oh yeah, he's in jail.
isn't he? Or did he get released?
Hugo?
Yeah.
He's being detained still.
Okay.
Yeah, they still have both Hugo and Padma.
Yeah, they think Hugo's. They think he
Oh,
killed
right,
a
they
guy.
think he's the murderer. Right.
I mean, unless it's like real law, they're allowed to hold him for 24 hours, and then if no evidence pops up, free to go.
I mean,
It's
that's what's
not
happening right
looking
now. They're looking for
Evidence, yeah.
evidence. Yeah.
And Doc's good with names. Loki's terrible with names. The MH name that we got was Maxim Horn.
Maxier Horn, I believe. Can we get a spell check on that, Josh?
Did I not put it in chat? I thought. Oh, I guess it wasn't
don't
important. Let me get it for
so.
you. Let me get it for you.
Yeah, it's Maxier Horn, I believe.
Maxier. Okay.
Maxier. Here, I'll put it in chat for you. Here you go.
Is-
That was the name in the poetry stuff.
Is he like
So
if
maybe
like,
not relevant, but it's the only MH name we have right now.
if we can like
Yeah.
go through like
Yeah.
the HoloNet, right? Like just specifically for this for Naboo, even maybe for this city.
Let's
Is
Google
Maxier-
Maxier Horn.
Literally, is Maxier Horn like a important
A well-
person or
a-
just like
a
some
well-
handsome
well-known
guy she
poet.
knows?
Oh yeah, you can search the
HoloNet.
HoloNet, yeah, and look up for the name Maxier Horn. You. No, I don't think you need to check. It's just a name. You find like an address to like a home, located in the middle of the city, but not like anything like this person's a criminal or you know
Like,
nothing like
just,
that.
Yeah,
Just
he,
like
doesn't like there's like nothing about him like he's not like a politician or like he doesn't own
no, no.
like, popular business or anything. He's
Just
just
like
a guy.
like phone book type shit.
Yeah, like the phone book type shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not someone I would expect to be rubbing elbows with politicians, but you know, could be very down low, or we could be looking for a different MH.
Yeah. Maybe maybe Hugo's stuff will be less cryptic.
Well, we can look in Hugo's stuff. We can also just ask Hugo. because he's very incentivized to clear his name.
True.
So if he knows anybody, if MH means anything to him,
But depending on how, I mean, one guy already died, right? For maybe being
True.
about to drop information on them, so he might keep his mouth shut. Prison might be better than dead.
then being dead, yeah.
All right, well, we done here.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we have one more stop, and then we can go talk to our friend Hugo.
All right, well, let's go to his place.
Head over to his place, Josh.
You're going to Hugo's residence.
Hugo Laga's, yeah.
Residence, got you. Okay. Wasn't sure if you were going to him or his house. Got you. Yeah, you are able to locate it fairly easily. It's not a villa. It's just kind of like a medium-sized like house. Not far away from anything really. Yeah, and you guys go in, and it's just a basic layout, you know, terminal, all this kind of the same furnishings as the others. It's clean. It's well stocked with everything as you kind of look around and stuff like that. Yeah. If you want to investigate just in general the house, you can do a perception check. Like 1 purple die. Whoever wants to do that.
Purple die. Who wants to roll? Oh shit!
Give me that triumph again, baby.
Oh shit!
All right, let me just write that fucking down. You guys are gonna clean up XP this go around.
Especially Oyen.
Yeah.
The onion. The onion.
Oh, I didn't write your names by it. Fuck. I'm gonna have to look through the chat again anyway. Damn me! And being
Well,
dumb.
I have
Uh,
two. Loki has one. Derper has one. Right?
Yeah.
Good, you guys keep track of it
Jimmy
for
has
me.
one,
Do
Doc
that.
has one. Oyen has two.
All right. So here's what happens. You do not find a single shred of evidence of this person being a murderer. What you do find is evidence of him being stoutly loyal to the New Republic. You find him stoutly anti-corruption. You find some notes about Tycho Loa and possible Imperial sympathies. Hugo has accused him in the past, I believe, was mentioned in the previous thing, and if not, you figure it out here because he's written it down. He has the name Rigo Keswick. I'll put it in chat because I know you guys are gonna be like, how do you spell that? Because that's a weird one.
Always. I'm glad you know because always.
Rigo Keswick. And he writes down, he has it written down there with a question mark, and he's got the name circled. And then he has written under it connected. Now, connected question mark. Not connected, connected question mark. Now, Doc, you look through the list of political persons from previously that wasn't unusual, and you recall the name Rigo Keswick in there. So you're able to deduce that he's probably another politician. He is of like a lower standing in this list than either Hugo or Tycho.
Interesting. Rigo Kestic shows up on my list of other politicians from the datapad, and Hugo here seems to indicate that he might think that Rigo is somehow involved. So maybe Rigo is the one that stands to have both of them out of the picture.
Possible. Especially if he's lower than our two other guys over here.
You know, if he's trying to make a power play, increase his standing, maybe he's involved in the whole smuggling ring that they have going, and getting him out of the way increases his power and influence. It's flimsy motive, but a motive nonetheless.
By the way, guys, I'm gonna post to Discord. This was me when I was making the notes for this session. So yeah, that's what you're able to find. Here. What are you gonna do next? Sorry, I had a brain fart when I was looking up that thing.
Alright, so we have a new name.
Yeah.
We was there a terminal, or did this come from looking at the terminal?
So there's a terminal, but all of this is written down on paper, which is quite unusual for. Well, I don't know how unusual it is in Star Wars. I feel like most people use tech in Star Wars, so it is written on paper.
Like conspiracy theorists trying to keep things out of the net, kind of like written on paper, or just that's how Hugo is?
That's a question for Hugo. Just written on paper.
Well, is it like on
on a bulletin board with a bunch of strings and... No, it is not. We have not gone to It's Always Sunny yet, but we're getting there.
Perfect. All right.
So should we perhaps try finding this Rigo guy?
I think maybe our next move is to talk to Hugo. See if we can get him to spill how he thinks that Rigo was involved. Maybe we approach Hugo with the good cop routine. We say, "Hey, we believe you. We think you're innocent. Help us prove that. Give us what you got." I don't know. It's attack. We could also go after Rigo if we think that that's a more fruitful lead.
Well, we could go because we have kept them waiting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been
so
probably
well
most of the day, to be honest. Yeah.
So that's probably a good idea.
And if he cooperates, he might be able to give us a good angle on getting to this Rigo person.
He may very well have put a lot of it together, and that's why he's being targeted. So there's a non-zero chance that he could, save us a lot of time and effort, and put together some of the puzzle pieces for us, give us an avenue to go down.
All right, I say we go talk to Hugo then.
All right.
Let's make it happen.
You get in your speeder and make your way back to the security office area, and you make your way down to where Hugo is being held for right now. As you standing outside his doorway is not doorway, in front of the cell door is Damon. He is standing there and he looks at you, Oyen, and says he has a visitor right now.
Visitor.
Yeah, so Rego Keswick came to offer him comfort.
Huh.
Is there a way to look in on that?
In
How long has he been in there for?
Not very long. Are you asking me, Toast, or the character? Sorry.
The Damon guy.
He's like, well, I can let you in, but if you are asking if we have like a two-way mirror type deal, they do not.
are there any surveillance
Are they being
cameras,
surveilled right now?
microphones, anything in the room?
Well, they just have cameras watching. Yeah, of course.
Can we perhaps see the feed?
Of course.
Don't wanna interrupt, but,
He says, yeah, of course. Just open your data pads. You should be connected into the terminal still.
For what?
Yep. So you guys can pull out your data pads, and you get a feed inside of the cell, and it is just Hugo and Rego, and Hugo is like sitting down, and Rego is like kind of sitting, no, he's not sitting. He's like just standing up and kind of talking to Hugo. You can't hear anything, but you can see him like kind of like pat him on the shoulder, kind of pat him on the back as they're like talking, and from what you can discern, from what you know about body language, as some of you would probably be educated over the years, is that by all appearances it appears to be like a comforting discussion gesture, just from looking at it.
Well, certainly
The
didn't expect
cameras
this.
have sound or no sound?
No sound. There's no sound.
Okay.
It's not unusual that not some surveillance cameras do, but some don't, and this one just does not. Probably like a privacy thing for prisoners. You could discern.
This is quite unexpected. What do we want to do here? We want to go in there, wait for them to finish talking. What's the plan?
I think maybe the best move is to let that conversation play out. Although I will watch the feed just in case Rigo tries to do anything untoward, like I don't know, assassinate Hugo in some way.
He might have done. I'm paranoid. He might have done it already. I don't.
Well.
He looks at Doc. When you touch someone on the shoulder, what do you think can happen?
A lot, yeah.
Okay,
quite a
then.
lot.
Yeah.
How comforted do you want it?
How comfort do you want to be?
No.
Sorry. I couldn't resist.
Pull it out
All of that
the
said-
rat killer.
All of that said, were that the case, there's a very good chance that I could do something about it. it is my whole thing after all. So, unless it's very fast acting, I'm not too terribly worried about it, and I'll have to give our friend Hugo an examination when we do get in there to speak to him, just to make sure that everything is above board. But yeah, I have the same concern as you.
I just don't trust it. It's making me itch.
Yeah, I just worry that if we bust in there and break it up, that maybe we draw a little bit too much attention to ourselves and make our movements harder from here on.
Okay.
All right, let's wait then. See how long this conversation is going on for. I don't imagine it going on for too much longer.
About 10 minutes pass, and eventually Rhaego steps out into the hall, and you see him. He's a probably mid 30s, blonde hair. It's short. He's got like a trimmed goatee, fairly fit. Step out into the hallways and out of the doorway and says, "I've never seen poor Hugo so down before." And he takes notice of you guys. Are you all kind of hanging out outside the doorway, or what are you guys doing when he steps out?
Bayard is, yeah.
I don't think Doc would want to be in line of sight.
I got you.
Leo comes out, so probably around the corner. Or...
I'm just like chilling by the doorway, or not, or just like off to the side somewhere, like not really like looking, but I'm kind of just like looking down, kind of just waiting, kind of like
Mhm.
arms crossed, kind of just chilling, waiting around.
I got you. Where's Jindy, Derper? Is Jindy in line of sight of Rhaego, or?
Probably, yeah. She's definitely keeping an eye on things because she wants to make sure
Okay.
nothing too crazy's happening or anything odd.
Yeah, okay. He steps out and he says, "Yeah, I've never seen poor Hugo so down." And then he takes note of those of you that are out there and looks you over, and you see him kind of not stand at attention, but he's kind of like putting on his best, kind of straightens his clothes a little bit, looks at you and says, you must be the special investigators.
You a friend of his?
Yes, Hugo and I go way back.
Which hand did he touch him with?
Probably his right hand.
Okay, Bayard extends his right hand to shake. Your name?
He reaches out and takes your hand with his left hand. You said your name? Is that what you said? Rhaego Keswick at your service. I've heard a lot about you.
When they grab hands, Bayard does that comforting other hand on the wrist thing.
The tab.
Definitely,
I got you.
definitely looking for some stealth injectors, anything. Because Bayard doesn't trust this guy. Because the guy inside is being framed doesn't trust this guy.
Give me a. I guess this would be a. Let me see if this is skullduggery or stealth. What's skullduggery do? Actually, fuck. Okay, you can do. I'll give you 3 choices. They're all S's. You can do a skullduggery, a stealth, or a streetwise check to see if you're doing this without him taking notice. Now, if you don't care if he notices or not, you can give me a perception check.
Oh, what was it? Streetwise, skullduggery, or stealth?
Yeah.
I'll do stealth, and I'll flip a light side.
All right. The difficulty will be 3 purple.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. Let me check something really quick. I want to make sure I'm giving it the right dealio here. Difficulty will be 3 purple. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
You
okay.
successfully check him for anything that he might be carrying that's bad. He does not have any needles or anything. No nefarious tools available on him as you're kind of checking him, patting him down, and he kind of the thread is he notices you doing this. He's like, sir, can I be of assistance to you? Is there something you require with my hand, perhaps?
Sorry, it's just hard to turn off that part of your investigative mind.
Ah, yes, I see. I understand completely. You could always just ask, however, and I will gladly. And he offers both hands, and feel free to check all you need.
No, it's fine. It was a bit of a misstep, an overstep, actually.
Ah, it's just completely okay. I understand you're just trying to do a thorough job. You don't want anything bad to happen to anyone.
All right. You said you were old friends? You go way back, is that what you said?
Ah, yes. Hugo, he's the one that got me into politics to begin with.
Do you have any idea why he would do something like this, then?
Well, I'm not entirely convinced that he did do it, to be honest with you. Hugo claims innocence, and that while Hugo has confided in me in the past that he has suspected of the dearly departed Tycho of imperial sympathies, and even though Hugo has expressed his disdain for traitors and such, I do not believe that Hugo is capable of murder.
I mean, the evidence does say otherwise.
Evidence isn't always as it appears, sir. I stand firmly in Hugo's corner that he will be exonerated. And I truly believe that you are quite capable of proving it. He gives a warming smile.
Well, if there is something out there like that, hopefully it presents itself. Otherwise, I don't see this going too well for Hugo.
He kind of turns like a downcast. He kind of gets sad. He gets like a sad look on his face and says, well, you must, dear boy, you must prove Hugo's innocence, because I truly believe he's an innocent man. He's a good man. He's not capable of murder.
So you've known Hugo for a while. Were you familiar with Tycho as well, or did you know much about Tycho and Hugo's history at all?
I know Tycho just as in political circles, not on like a more personal level, like I am with Hugo. The only troubles I know of them are just from what Hugo's told me, which is that he suspected that Tycho had imperial sympathies, and that was in previous attempts, and it said in private. Obviously, he never made like a public stink about it to me, or anyway, or to the political landscape. Hugo was never able to dig up any proof of these things. Or if he
See.
did, he never told me that.
Gotcha. All right.
Also, what may I sorry, the may I inquire as to your name?
My name,
Yes.
Rawl. Oyen Rawl.
Oyen Rawl. Wow, what a I believe I've heard that name before. Have you been here before?
I have, yes. I was here during Operation Cinder. Helped
Ah.
defend Naboo from the Imperials.
Dreadful, dreadful. Yes, I believe I've heard of you before. Corintha, I believe, has spoken highly of you.
Yeah, Ryan and I are good pals from that time.
Kind of nods his head. Well, we owe you a great service for being here and defending. I
My
must have
pleasure.
you for dinner one night. He kind of smiles and he has these really pearly white teeth.
Oh, well, that would be nice. Thank you. If we have enough time here after this investigation, I would gladly take you up on that offer.
But when you exonerate Hugo, which I'm sure you will, we'll have you over for dinner to celebrate, all of us together.
Right.
Is there anything more you would like to ask, or I will be of service of any way I can to Hugo.
I don't believe so. Thanks, however, for answering Bayard's questions and as well as mine. We'll do what we can to get to the bottom of this and clear Hugo's name if that is the case.
Excellent, excellent. If you have any questions, feel free to, or if you think of anything, or if I can be of any help, please contact me at your earliest convenience. And you hear a beep as he gives you like his communication ID.
Very well, we'll do. Mr. Kessick.
Excellent, excellent. And then he just walks down the hall and leaves. Unless you guys want to ask him any more questions, he just leaves.
I don't believe I have anything else to ask him.
Okay.
And Doc will appear from around the corner.
Shall we go talk to our friend Hugo then?
I think so, yeah.
It's about time we do.
And we go in, right?
All right. You are led into the room with Hugo, and you see him again for the first time since that night. You see that Hugo is a bald man, slightly older, probably 40s. Clean shaven, although he looks a little rough. He's got little bags under his eyes where he hasn't slept fully yet, and he looks up at you guys with recognition because he realizes he's seen you before, and he looks up at you and says, he looks a little confused and says, hello, yeah. Can I help you?
We're looking into your case. And right now we're the biggest allies that you have. I have a couple of questions for you real quick, and I need you to answer them very honestly. Since you've been in this room, have you been given anything to eat or drink?
Yeah, I've been. He looks at you and says, "Yeah, I've been served food and water.
By whom?
Oh, just the guards, security forces."
Did Rigo give you anything to eat or drink, or anything like that?
No, nothing to that. No. You.
Excellent. All right.
He just has a puzzled look on his face. He's like, huh?
And like Doc will look around. Are there like beverage containers or anything like that on the table, or like any evidence or leftovers of anything that he would have eaten or drank?
No, there's nothing like that.
Okay.
But what you can deduce is that the guards probably bring him food and drink. He eats it and drinks it, and then they take it away, type deal.
All right. I would like to use my medical kit to just check him real quick for any signs that he may be poisoned or about to fall ill, just as a precaution. Just in case whoever killed Tycho wants to kind of tie up loose ends.
I got you. You don't even need to make a
I'm
roll.
a physician by trade. Okay, and I am a physician by trade. I just want to check you real quick, just to make sure that everything is fine. Just a scan, nothing invasive, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead. There's a little bit of hesitancy there, just because Doc's a little intimidating, just from appearance wise. You don't need to make a roll, Doc, just because you got time, and this is just like a general checkup, and there's like no difficulty really that you need that. You just have time. You check him over, and other than being like slightly 10 pounds overweight for his height, he's perfectly healthy. Like, no bruises, no signs of any like poisoning, any of that. No. Actually, that's not true. You do find some light bruising on his wrist where he was manacled, but nothing like untoward necessarily.
Excellent, excellent. It seems that you have been in good care and in good health. Nobody's gotten to you so far. I'll be rather straightforward with you, Hugo. We have discovered some information that leads us to believe that you are in fact innocent, and that there is someone who stands to gain from taking both Tycho and you out of the picture. That's where our current understanding is a bit hazy. So answer this question. I have a question for you. Do the initials MH ring any bells or mean anything to you?
He kind of goes through his mind a little bit, and MH. No, MH. Nothing that I can think of right now. No. He says,
That's unfortunate.
Sorry. He continues on for just a minute. He says, the course of my investigation was, well, I was just looking into Tycho. I don't admit I didn't murder him, but I have strongly suspected for a while now that he has harbored Imperial sympathies.
think that is not an unfounded assumption based on what we know. In the
You find
interest of
something?
transparency, also. Um, yes. Something a little concerning. We've also been by your home, just in full transparency, and noticed that you have most of your information written down. Uh, is there more that you have, or is there a reason behind that?
It's just. You ever get one of those feelings that it's probably better just to keep it as quiet as possible when you're doing something? It's just an itch I had in the back of my head. Maybe don't store stuff on the computer. Maybe write it down.
Well, in this case, that it seems to be a very valid itch.
If you saw the papers, then you saw that I also had Rhaego's name written down.
You did.
I did see Rhaego's name. We were curious about that. Care to expand?
Well, I like Rhaego. I've known him a very long time, but he's made questionable moves at times. But he is young politician. I don't know. Perhaps he could be involved. It was a very loose assumption that I wrote down here. He would be the one to gain in the event that in the event that Tycho and Hugo, were removed from the picture, so to speak. He would possibly move up into my position, as it were. But that's not unusual, really, other than perhaps, I don't know, in this... Sorry. There's a lot going on. There's I don't know. Rhaego, I don't think Rhaego's the bad sort, but it's my job to... Not my job, but when I'm investigating Imperials, it tends to make me a little paranoid. So I wrote down his name, just in case.
Seems reasonable. I think we do need to chase down this MH lead. Don't want to necessarily reveal all the cards in our hand, but we found those initials come up in more than one place while we were investigating Tycho, related to some maybe a bit shady transactions and dealings. So that's a shadow in our investigation right now that we would like to illuminate.
Okay. Okay. He looks at you and says, okay. Is there anything more I can do to help?
And I was hoping there would be someone of influence with those initials that we could look into, that you would know, but since that doesn't appear to be the case, I guess that's on us to find.
Oh, wait.
Carry on, yeah?
Why were you in the alley?
Yes.
Like I said, I've suspected Tycho for a while now, and Festival of Lights seemed like a good chance for him to try something. I've heard rumblings, I can't say from where, that perhaps there was something going down that night. So, I followed him.
You heard rumblings that you can't speak of, but we're trying to help you out here.
I get it. I understand that, but there are people that must be protected. Even in the event that it dooms me.
Seems like there's some sort of commitment there with that.
So I followed
you
him.
have a source that gave.
Followed him into the alleyway.
So you had a source that gave you information that he might be doing something of note on Life Day Festival, and you followed him. That's the story.
Not exactly. I followed him to the alleyway, and I went into the alleyway to confront him on what he was doing. It was a bit of a foolish for me to follow and see. Actually, he misspoke. I didn't go down to confront him. He's like, I tried. He says I went to the alley to get a better look at what was going on, and he saw me, and we had not a confrontation, but what are you doing here? Type of interaction, right? And then a blaster bolt came from up above somewhere and hit him in the chest. Before I knew what was going on, it all happened so fast. There was a woman at the other end of the alley screaming and pointing at me that I shot him. Which, from her point of view, it might look like that, but I didn't. As I hope you have found evidence of.
We have.
Excellent.
And how certain are you that your contact can be trusted?
Fairly high. I wasn't being completely honest. I have heard of a name named MH before. Maxier Horn. He was the person that supplied me the information. He's someone I am quite familiar with.
And what's his involvement in all this? Is he a business owner? Another politician?
Maxia is, to be honest, I'm not quite sure what he does, professionally. He's a bit of he kind of looks around and says, he's a Republic agent, I believe. He had official documentation. He's investigating corruption on Naboo. Possible Imperial connections being drawn here.
Interesting. Okay. So why did you feel the need to lie to us about that at first?
Well, I'm not sure of your affiliation, to be perfectly honest. Are you Republic agents? I don't know a whole lot about you other than you're investigating. You might be lying right now, even. The whole thing could be a lie. You get the sense that
Fair
Hugo
enough.
is a little paranoid.
Fair enough. I see your points. What you should know is we are trying to get to the bottom of this and discover the truth. I don't know how familiar you are with Ryan Correnta, but he's a friend of mine. And I was also here during Operation Cinder, so I, have helped this planet every time I've been here, one way or another. So just know that I do have this planet's best interests in mind, and we still have some more investigating to do, but like I said, we are trying to figure out what really happened.
DT, give me a charm check, if you would.
Oh boy, first time I do that.
2 purple dice. As you're trying to put him at ease, trying to give him a trust. trying to build it. And just go ahead and roll that triumph so I can mark down another.
All right, well,
XP.
all right, let me roll it. Damn,
Oh,
Oh.
not this time.
he's a ladies' man. He's not a man's man.
Wow.
3 advantages, 2 failures. How's that gonna work?
Yeah.
It's funny, is I almost thought about flipping a destiny point and I didn't. I was like, you know what? Nah, we'll be all right. And then here we go. This is the result.
We'll say that while you probably like convince him somewhat of your good intentions, he's still not entirely sure if you can be trusted.
He's a little too
But-
paranoid.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of getting the better of him.
Yeah.
The yeah. We'll say, and DT, you probably want to write this down. In a future check for that involves Hugo, we'll get a boost die. We'll just use that as the advantage. Like a future, like some way in talking to him or something to that effect. We'll give you a boost die. Or, if, we'll see. We'll see how this, we need to see how this is going to play out before I can add more than that. But yeah, he's like,
And
he kind of nods. Yep, go ahead, Loki.
Doc will chime in a little bit and say, I mean, at the end of the day, the best assurance we have for you is that we're unaffiliated and have nothing to gain or lose from this situation. We are incentivized to come to the truth because we're being paid to find the truth. But as far as the politics and all of that and whatever's going on with this conspiracy, we have no stake, win or lose. So our incentive is around finding the truth.
He nods. He's kind of clammed up since Oyen's charm didn't go quite through. He's kind of quit talking.
And with that, I will just thank him for that.
Thanks for the information.
And then after that, I will just walk out, heading towards Padma's, wherever they have Padma at.
Okay, yeah. Is everybody going to Padmas?
Yeah, we've got a lot to think about
Yep.
now.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going back to Padma. Come on, Padma, give us the goods.
It wasn't for money. She got honeypotted into being a fake witness.
Yeah, that's maybe what's going on. It's weird. I had written her off as a suspect, and then she knows the name of this.
And it's
you know,
like,
knows him
sketchy
next year.
It's like
public agent.
super into him.
Ooh,
And is super into him? Yeah.
Secret admirer.
This is why we need to
Oh,
have an
so-
after game podcast, like just for like 30 minutes, we're gonna talk about all this stuff. Okay.
Maybe.
So everybody's going to Padmas. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. So you all walk down. It's just straight down the hall. Oyen, you walk in through the door where Padma is supposed to be located, and she is not there. And that is where we're gonna end today's session.
damn.
Oh.
How dare you, Josh? How dare you?
How dare.
All right. Yeah. Get your bulletin boards out, boys. The conspiracy. I'm telling you. This might be the most intricate thing I've ever written down before.
Oh boy. Can't wait to crack this open.
Thanks everybody for playing. Let us do some XP. So it'll be 5, 10, 15 XP for time played. An extra 5 XP per triumph per person. So, DT, how many triumphs did you have?
2, I believe.
So you get an extra 10 XP.
So it'll be a total of 25, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
So if you got a triumph this game or multiples, just add 5 XP on. I trust you guys to know that. I don't need to do the math. And Derper, I'm gonna give you an extra 5 for using your one talent, your 1 session talent.
I got a pity 5.
No, but even though it failed, I like that you used it, like your 1 session talent, and I want to reward that.
Yeah.
So, you can do that. And I think who else did one? Was it? No, it was Bigfoot was checking one. That's what it was.
Bigfoot was trying to check.
And I'm just trying to do. I need to start writing all this shit down for XP stuff. Yeah. So I think that's gonna do it for XP. Unless, does anybody have a reason? And you can say yes or no to this. Totally up to you. Do any of you have a point to argue for why you should have XP? Did you do anything cool that I missed that you think deserves XP? It's totally fine if you do, and I'm just curious to anybody thinks they do.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
But if we're gonna be doing that in the future, that's good to know.
We are gonna do it in the future. I haven't done it in the previous games that we played because, to be honest, I just forgot. But it's something I want to do more in the future. It's like at the end, if I don't ask, you guys try to remind me to ask. Like, did you do something cool that you think deserves XP? Please let me know. Let me know if something happens during the course of the game that you think might relate to something going on in your backstory. Let me know if that's a thing. So that's a thing to think about going forward. And another reason I don't throw it all at you once in like session 1 is that it's a lot to keep track of, and it's just easier to do over a period of time.
As far as I could think of for this session, I don't think there's anything that I would say, maybe deserves extra XP. So I would say no for me.
Okay.
So that was 15 for time played, and then 5 for each triumph.
For each triumph that your character succeeded on.
Also, we got 200 credits from Caden, right? So how are we gonna split that up? Or did he just give them to
You
Bigfoot?
haven't gotten it yet. You haven't gotten it yet. It's not been delivered to you.
So it was like it's like when you deliver it, you will get this also. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
But don't forget, because
we haven't picked it up yet.
you guys probably have a while before you get to not a while before you get to Nar Shaddaa, but it'll probably be like a session or two before you get back.
Bro, I didn't expect us to be on the booth for this long. I'll be honest with you.
Well, you've gotten robed in this whole giant conspiracy, so
I know, it's like, geez, it's kind of cool though, because who knows when we'll be back here again, but if at all. But yeah.
All right, if that's gonna do it, we'll do our shout outs. Shout outs to all my players. Shout outs to Bigfoot for joining us, even if it was for a short little while. We'll probably give him like 5 XP for being here. He was here for like an hour, so we'll give him 5 XP. And shout out the triumphs, because they happened a lot in this session. And shout outs to vast conspiracies that I have. My brain is just a spider web in 6 billion directions, so if I make any mistakes during the course of the game, just be aware that this is very complicated. Also, shout out to audio problems at the break. Appreciate you fucking everything up and making me have to edit this VOD. DT, what are your shout outs, my friend? What do you got going on? What you doing? All that stuff.
So this upcoming week is going to be Jedi Survivor Week, so that is what I am like just waiting on at this point. So I'll be streaming probably stuff within the next couple of days here. I may or may not stream normal schedule because I'm thinking I want to do like some longer, more extended streams on Friday and Saturday because of the game's release, and I want to just play as much of it as I can, like right away. So I probably I don't know. We'll see how the next few days come about. But other than that, though, that's like the big thing coming up for me. That's what I definitely want to if you guys want to see a playthrough of that, I will be day one. I'm doing it. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me.
To jump in on DT really quick, we're not gonna have a game next Saturday, by the way. No game next Saturday. We're gonna take that week off. And I'll admit it on stream. It's for selfish reasons, because I'm gonna be playing that shit and streaming it too. So that's why. Purely, I'm gonna be selfish and play Jedi Survivor, and I want to spend a couple days on it. And
I was totally ready to play this and then hop on that, but if we're just gonna take it off, and fuck it, dude. Like,
look, it's gonna be like Ghost of Tsushima, 8-hour streams. Let's go. But yeah, we are not gonna have a game next Saturday. Which will be cool because you guys have to sit on a conspiracy for like the next week.
For 2 weeks, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be the best. Now to go back to shoutouts, Derper, do you have any shoutouts, bud?
Well, besides shout out to you for being awesome and still keeping it all together even with the technical difficulties part.
Oh yeah.
And all the players too, even Bigfoot, because it was good to see him because we never had him last session and we were making jokes at the end saying, "So Bigfoot, you gotta watch the VOD." But I'm very interested in this conspiracy theory. I really hope to unravel it, and I hope there's twists and surprises because so far I'm enjoying it. And I just can't wait. And hopefully my fucking contraptions work next session. I want it to work.
Yeah. Okay, Toast Night, any shout outs, bud?
It was fun. I'm glad it came.
Gotcha. All right. And Loki, any shout outs for you, my buddy?
Yeah, shout out to Josh for hosting as always. It's been amazing, especially when you put together a crazy conspiracy theory. Love that. And I'm super jazzed to unfold it. It's going to be awesome. Also, shout out to my fellow players. I will definitely be watching Jedi Survivor. And shout out to my partner in crime, my SO, Val Valhalla. Catch her streams. She streams, several times a week.
I heard her in the background. Woo!
Sorry.
What?
I heard Val in the background. I heard,
You heard me do that. Because I... For those of you not looking in the chat, I was trying to shout out Val's channel, and I shouted out the channel we're on right now, like an idiot. And I was like, why did that happen? Because I always like to shout out Val's channel because Loki was doing the shout out for her. I'm sorry, Loki. I wasn't trying to cut you off, but it cracked me up that I did that like a fucking idiot. If that's it for shout outs, guys, go follow all these channels that have been named. Go follow Val's channel, go follow DT's, go follow Derp's, follow mine, Josh Dino 2, and this VOD will be up on YouTube hopefully soon. I gotta edit it together. It's probably gonna make it gigantic, and I'll put it in 1080p and all that stuff. We will see you in 2 weeks for the return of the conspiracy going on Naboo. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.